the time of you or to go to your job. Imagine that even when you're in a rush, one thing you can't forget is that past, or otherwise you can end up in prison or paying a fine. That's what Black South Africans had to go through on a daily basis before a leader of great character emerged to fight the system of racial segregation known as apartheid. Today I will inform my audience on how Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, the man in this picture, has become an important political figure that transcends national boundaries. Mandela has become a world leader through his dedication to the ideals of democracy, freedom, and justice. I will now proceed to discuss how Mandela's youth helped him become a leader, what he did to defend the rights of his people, and his impact as a world leader. First of all, world leaders of the 20th century claims that his youth contributed to his political consciousness. Mandela spent his childhood with the Tembu tribe and was influenced by their cultural traditions. According to Benson and World Leaders of the 20th Century, he belonged to the Tembu tribe, and from them he got a sense of civic duty and a value of responsibility. According to Benson, he also became aware of the oppression that his people went through by hearing the stories told by the elders about the past glorious times of his people before the Europeans came and interrupted their way of life. According to World Leaders of the 20th Century, watching the paramount chief run the village court influenced Mandela's decision to study law. And it could be said that he got introduced to the principle of justice. Mandela was also affected by a series of oppressive laws passed during his youth, according to World Leaders of the 20th Century. And also according to Benson, the African share of land was reduced to about 13% by the Native Land Act of 1913. In 1936, the white parliament disenfranchised all Africans and all South Africans, and the past laws limited the freedom and movement of the Black South Africans because they required them to have a pass or otherwise be imprisoned or fined. A higher education also helped him become an activist by making him more informed and with more political connections. According to Benson, at Fort Hare College he had his first political act of resistance by taking part in a protest against the reduction of power of the Students' Representative Council, which he was a member of. According to Benson and Liverfield, he also, during the time he worked to finish his Bachelor of Arts degree and to study law, he met Walter Sisulu, who helped him join the African National Congress, or ANC, which was the party fighting against apartheid at that time. And according to Benson and Liverfield, he also met Gar Radov during that time, who got him to join a bus boycott. Now that we have gone over how Mandela's youth contributed to his political activism, I will proceed to tell you about his work to end apartheid and defend the rights of Black Africans. My second point is that Mandela's life work consists of a struggle to free his people from the oppression of apartheid. His dedication to the ANC turned him into one of its most influential leaders. According to Miriam Winchester, he helped establish the ANC's Youth League, and in 1951 he became its president. According to Liverfield, he helped the ANC change from non-violence to a more militant strategy after seeing how police responded with brutality against peaceful demonstrators. To do this change in strategy, he helped establish the ANC's 1952 Defiance Campaign. Mandela was in prison for nearly 3 decades, but even then, as a prisoner, he continued to lead his nation towards freedom. According to Boehmer, he continued his leadership by protesting unfair prison conditions and keeping his convicts united by being a leader among them. According to Liverfield, he also helped initiate negotiations to create a new South Africa free of apartheid, and he worked with the South African president of that time, even though that compromised his political reputation with the ANC and with the people. But he went ahead for his country's sake. Mandela's efforts were recognized through a Nobel Peace Prize in the South African presidency. According to Amira and Winchester, in 1993 he won the Nobel Peace Prize for resolving differences, and in 1984 he was elected president and served until 1999. And he signed a new constitution based on majority rule and that supported the rights of all South Africans. Now that we've gone over how Mandela's work against apartheid, I will now go on to reveal how he's an influential person. My final point is that Mandela has had a significant global impact. He led humanity one step further towards the global spread of human rights. He impacted many lives by helping them get more freedom and have their voices be heard. He also sacrificed a lot, especially his freedom to defend his ideals, and that makes him an admirable leader just like Gandhi and an example to follow for those who want to make a difference in the world. According to Boehmer, Mandela has become a modern icon. He has become a well-known public figure known around the world through his fame. And the media has spread his fame through books and articles and the wide media coverage that he received when he was a prisoner and president. Mandela has also extended his influence beyond apartheid. According to Liverfeld, he helped spread peace by helping settle differences and intervening in African civil wars. And according to Boehmer, he has also helped other social causes such as helping raise awareness of HIV and helping with other organizations that help other people, such as like the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. Now that we discussed how Mandela influenced the world, let's move on to the conclusion. In conclusion, today we have learned how Mandela's childhood helped him become the leader he is, and how he freed his people from apartheid, and how he has had a global impact. I would like to end with the quote of Mandela and the reflection on this quote. As long as you have an iron will, you can turn misfortune into advantage. As college students are getting started on the path to our careers, we are likely to encounter many obstacles, but the important thing is that, like Mandela, we continue with determination and that we learn from our experiences, whether bad or good, to further our goals. Thank you.